Hey guys, today we're doing something a bit different. In the past couple of months I've been experimenting with like comfrey tea and seaweed tea, which is basically just water and comfrey and water and tea. The more it dilutes down, the more potent it is, but I wanted to go a step further, and so I've been doing some researching. I don't know if I've done enough researching, but I've pretty much made my own batch down here of lactic acid bacteria, which they call L.A.B. It's like a North Korean farming technique. So I'm going to try it today. I won't show you how to make it because it's quite a lot of rigmarole. Basically this batch took me like almost 3 weeks to make, but I added another step and I put all banana peels and that, mashed them up and put them all in there, hence all the seeds in there. That's all like banana seedy stuff, even though bananas don't have seeds. But yeah, so that should be really rich in potassium, plus have all that lactic acid bacteria all in there. So yeah, that's basically like microorganisms. So I'm putting microorganisms into the soil, and all their poop and everything the plant's gonna take up and use as nutrients. So yeah, I'm gonna put 100 ml of this into a 10 ml bucket. Well, I'm gonna do half a cup, so it's just a bit over 100 ml, but this is 10 litres, so it should be good. And then I'm going to fill the rest of the bucket up with maybe half comfrey tea, half seaweed tea, and then I'm gonna feed like one of those kind of per 8 metre by 1 metre garden bed, roughly like that anyway. I'll see how I go. But yeah, so let's get into it and see if we don't kill our garden. You want to do this on a sort of an overcast day. Well, I'm assuming so anyway. Like I said, this is my first time using it, so if you want to watch the process and see in the following weeks if my whole garden dies, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But let's get into this and see what's going to happen. First up, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a stir, just so it's sort of evenly portioned. Not going to disturb it too much, but I think that should be good. Don't worry if you get any of the L.A.B on your hands. It's perfectly safe. You can even like put it on your dog's water and stuff, and it helps out with them and with us as well. So it's nothing like really bad. It's just good bacteria. Anyway, the first one is done. I'm just going to quickly fill up the second one, and then I'll start putting on these beds, because I probably got like 100 of these to actually do all my gardens. So it's going to be a long journey. Okay, so these are my first 2 beds. Basically I got corn, eggplant and beans all through these beds. If you're on a full garden tour, go check out my garden tour video. I'll put it up here somewhere, but I'm going to pretty much put one of these per bed, and I'm just going to get leaf, get soil, everything. It's just going to be like a full-on drench. Okay, the next 2 beds I've got carrots and beetroot on either side, but yeah, I don't even know, the carrots we've been harvesting, so I don't even know if it's going to affect that or not, putting the stuff on. I'm going to do it anyway, so I hope not. Back here I have 8 beds of like pumpkins, watermelons, rock melons and corns growing in between. Well, not in the back 4 beds, there's no corn over there, I didn't get around to it. But I'm just noticing now with the comfrey tea, I'm getting a lot of leaves in that coming out of it. And it's sort of blocking up the nozzle, so yeah, I mean, maybe next time with that IBC tote I can put some sort of sock in there so it acts like a tea thing, and then take out the sock. But to put that much comfrey leaves in there, it was going to be too much for that kind of system. So yeah, or a filter on the end of the nozzle, I don't know, something like that. But anyway, I got lots of watering to do. I'm just up to these 2 tunnels now, but I need to take all this netting off. I just put it so when I planted corn from seed, the birds weren't gonna eat it up, so I'll quickly get that off, quickly get that watered. That's a lot better. I can actually see what I'm dealing with. For some reason, these 2 beds, those 2 beds were planted roughly the same time. Believe it or not, those 2 beds I planted before these 2 beds, and I planted those 2 beds, and the kids planted these 2 beds. I definitely don't think it's because the kids planted these beds, because then I'll be a pretty bad gardener. I think those 2 beds are just very lacking of nutrition. So yeah, let's hope that's the case. So I've sort of cut this up for a filter, because look at all this gunk and it's just clogging up the watering can. So when I'm putting this up, it's kind of working. I wouldn't say it's not working. Yeah, it's definitely getting all the gunk out. Like, it pretty much stopped all of that from getting in the watering can. This over here is my favouriteest part to feed, because I want big watermelons. I've got 4 watermelons, 4 rock melons, which I planted like way too late, but I'm still hoping I get some watermelons out of them. And I have got these cool funky looking things in here. They're called, I don't know, some people call them snake gourds, I suppose, or they're called like trumpet something, like a zucchini, but you can store them long term, so they're pretty cool. But anyway, back to watering. Next up I have these tomatoes. There's about probably 20 meters worth of tomatoes here, and there is actually peppers in front of it, so I was going to let these tomatoes go wild, but I'm going to probably tie them to this trellis. I just haven't got around to it yet, but yeah, I'm going to give that all a feed, and at some point I'm going to tie them up and make them look all pretty. So I've just watered the last part of the garden here. These gourds up here, yeah, it's pretty much like a fence of gourds, well, like halfway anyway, then the cucumber, then those snake gourds that I showed you. Yeah, but I've pretty much watered that, so this whole garden is done. This is a 30 by 10 square meter garden, so 300 square meters. It took me quite a while. I don't know if in the future I want to keep using like the watering cans, because they take a long time. Maybe if I can somehow hook it up to the irrigation so it just does it once a week or something like that, and make some sort of concoction in the IBC totes, that would be a lot better, because this is only one of 5 gardens, so yeah, it's just to feed our family of 8. If we have excess, we do try and sell it, but yeah, I don't know if this stuff's going to work or not. But I'm not going to bore you and go and water all the other gardens. I'll do it sometime today, but just not now. But that's how I apply my lactic acid bacteria. If it's wrong, tell me. If it's right, give me a thumbs up maybe, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Look out.